Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our lesson one. Today lesson will go through LO1. My name is Anjum Satar and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. If you have any question, if you're listening this recording, please drop me email and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. As you know, the unit title is strategic management, which is management. Why management? Why is the long-term management? We need to be look around the strategies. We need to think about why management need to be changed according to the change in the environment. So the first learning outcome we have be able to critically review the plan. So we'll go through different plans. So that's the key will be in our lesson will be focused. So before starting our lesson under this unit, we have 5 learning outcomes. So we'll go through in 5 lessons. So each lesson will cover 1 learning outcome. So first is which we'll go through, then we'll second and the third and fourth, so we'll carry on. Each lesson will pick 1 learning outcome. So we'll start. Okay, this is the indicative content what we're supposed to be learn, examining the importance of scanning business environment. Why is the business environment we need to be examined, we need to be carry on reviewing. So think about COVID-19, whatever we planned before, maybe it won't work. So we need to be think about how we'll change our planning, and that's the external environment. So every organization have to face 2 types of environment. One is called macro, which is mean internal, which is meant by small, which we can control. One is called macro, which is external environment, which we can't control it. We have to adjust our operations, our business operations accordingly, our business planning accordingly. So these, the things which we'll discuss in our lessons today. We'll discuss culture, which mean norms, value, the way we do business, and every organization have own cultures. We'll discuss various factors, those effects. We'll discuss stakeholders, workforce, short-term, long-term objectives, and we can pick any organization of our own choice for the sake of analysis. That will be our key focus. So today lesson we have key command verb, analyze. So separate information into component, apply your knowledge, your skill in different contexts, and then you can recommend things. So these are the 3 command verb which will be in our learning outcome assessment criteria. So scale 1 to 10, what do you think? Front your knowledge, please. What do you think? How much we know? We learned about management before? Can you hear me? Okay. Scale 1 to 10, what do you think?
I think this 6 or 7.
6 or 7, good.
6 or 7, I think.
Okay, brilliant. So what is a management then?
Yes.
So do we know the definition of management? How you can define in your own words management?
I think it is a series of action to control or to control, plan or execute a certain kind of task to do some kind of to give a direction to the organization. I think this is the way it is.
Okay, so these we can say management is a planning, management is a control, management is a implementation, management is a organized, management is a staffing. Yeah, this is all about management. So yes, you're right. These are all the function of management. Management can't function if we don't plan these things. So management is a process of designing an environment. So management is a process of designing an environment. Why we need to design environment? Why we need to design a culture in our organization? To achieve our pre-selected. We always have some objective, pre-selected objective, yes? Our predetermined objective. Because we set the objective, those we want to, and if you are a manager, you have to achieve. So that's why we say in management 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2. In maths, 2 plus 2 is 4. Yes, we all know. And what is in management, 2 plus 2? Can we make 5? So in management, we'll try to reduce our inputs and we want to increase our outputs. So it's been always manager try to create surplus. Manager always focus create surplus. If we don't create surplus, it's very difficult to sustain in the long run. So that's the manager's job, always looking. Okay, so any thought? I'm not sure you're familiar about these organizations. What's happened with them? Have we seen or we heard about these organizations? Yes or no? Okay, these are all the UK based companies. Is not anymore in business. The reason is they not change themselves according to the environment. They not change their planning, their managers, so ultimately they can't sustain. But some of their competitors is fast growing, like a Primark's company in UK. British Home Store was older than, and various others. So Blockbuster, of course, uh, of course, no one is going to rent the cassette, no VCR we have, and various others. So there is no online music, so they should have to change themselves. So we need to be think about, we can't sustain. So today lesson will go through some basic first. What the word strategy? When we're looking the long term has a lot of implications for managers. But do we understand what these are? Strategies provide the direction. If we don't have a strategy, we don't have a direction. We need long-term planning. If we don't have long-term, maybe more than a year, and which achieve advantage for our organization to configuration. Whatever we have a resources, we have to configure with external environment. If we don't, we can't sustain it. So long term, that's we need to environment to meet the needs of markets and to fulfill the stakeholders' expectation. What is meant by stakeholders? It means anybody who has any interest in the organization is a stakeholder. Stakeholders mean anybody who has any interest in the is stakeholders. We're not talking about shareholder. We're talking about stakeholders. Okay, next we have what we're looking here. Critically evaluate position of an organization and its current environment. Okay, determination of long-term goals and objective and enterprise adoption course of actions. We look around these are all authors. One of the popular authors who wrote many books, Michael Porter. Competitive strategy, which will go through the Porter generic strategy. So we need to be look around. So we can look around various companies like Unilever, like Procter and Gamble, like various other companies. We need to think about how we can make the decisions which can be fit our culture within our organization. According to Henry Montsberg, a pattern of stream decision, we can look around the long-term directions. So when we make strategic planning, before you doing, understand these things about business. What is a VN? So we can look around the VN of various companies. What really we want to achieve in 5 years, 10 years. What we want in IT in 1 year, what we want in short term, long term. VN provide where you want to see yourself, mission, why you are in the business. Value, we treat people like to be treated. We not involved in the child labor. We always uh, respect the people's views. Yes. So we have created the value in our organization. So these value can lead to the future business. So that's value we have to create in our organization. Otherwise, we can't sustain. Okay. So when we plan something where we are and where we want to see ourselves in a year's time, 2 years time, 5 years time, so we need to look around the mission. What is the mission? Goal setting. mission. Then you have a corporate objective. Why, as a corporate, as an organization, you are in the business? What your objective? What really you want to achieve? Marketing audit. Audit. We need to be look around the marketing audit. We need to look around the environmental audit. What is happening outside? We have to adjust ourselves. Doesn't matter your 80 or 20. If you stop learning, you become older. One of the great scholars said. So we need to be think about audit. We need to look around what's happening, changes in environment. We'll go through SW, strength, weaknesses, internal, and OT, opportunities and threats come from external environment. We'll carry on matching. If you don't change it, think about maybe still some people hate IT. Can we sustain without IT? Can we sustain without selling things online? Can we only sustain, things because we have a competition? We need to look around exemptions, marketing objective and strategies, estimates and expected results, identify alternative plans, budgets, and detailed implementation program for a year. So what we need to look around, we need to look around all these. What's your mission? What's your objective? What's your strategies? So then we ultimately help us to be succeed in a organization, but not contradict. So like here we have a company ASDA, Walmart, and the Tesco, two supermarket in the UK. And if we look their mission statement, to be a Britain best value retailer exceeding the customer needs always. Always. So we need to think about, we saying best value retailer exceeding the customer needs, but actually you cheat people or you not deliver the what their needs are. So ultimately it's a contradict with our own mission statement. So we need to be make sure we not contradict with the statements. So Tesco PLC is the UK based supermarket, which is the biggest. So mission statement, our core purpose is to create the value for customer to earn lifetime loyalty. So that's the reason they have launched the loyalty card. So can we get the customer lifetime loyalty? Customers stay with our company. What do you think? Can we? Customer never move for other organization. They only buy our product. Can we get? What we think? Can we make customer loyal forever with us? Is a difficult thing. Yes, we can't really, because the things change. So if we want to really, we need to be changed ourselves. So we need to be carry on changing. So is a lifetime loyalty is a very difficult thing. It's not easy. By saying is easy. Okay. So then we look the strategic management long term. We have discussed strategies. What is about the concept? Strategy doesn't just happen. It's business process that need to be people drive it. So consider the concept of strategy. What would be you suggest? We can look around in terms of the strategic management, which is mean the long term. So that's the management. We discuss management is the process of designing an environment to achieve pre-selected objective. So strategy is a bigger. We need to not look the short term. We look the long term. The word strategy is derived from the Greek word strategist, which been used in military, but is of course in business planning, in management, is a crucial to be look around. Okay, then when we look important of strategic management, if we don't have it in our organization need, it help give the direction, goals and plan. It help to implementation of plan. Limited resources. According to the one great scholar Neil Robin, he said we have unlimited wants and we have a limited resources. Only we need to be find the ways how we can use the limited resources effectively. That's really we need to be change. Yes, we have to change according to the environment. We have to look around the structure of organization that represent the culture. We need the coordination. If we don't have it, we can't really in the long run as an organization, as a people, even our own, we can't really sustain. About how the strategy is managed in its broadest sense, strategic management is about the taking directions. In practice, we need to be look around the process as three main areas. We do analysis, we then find the choices, and then we implement. So like Henry Ford, one of the great scholars, Ford honor, he said about teamwork. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is the success. So is only we can make it five if we work synergy. If we bring more coordination, more synergy, then we can make five. Otherwise, we can't make it five. Otherwise, as a management, we can't create a surplus. Okay. Then any question up to now, please? If you have a question, you can ask. Okay. So then management is different from other types of management. Always we need to be look around HR management, human resource management. Yes, each have own dimension, but overall strategic management, corporate management, we need to be look around as a whole organization, as a corporation. But we should work in the same directions. We do external focus, we do internal focus, we a future direction, which way really we want to be take our company. Otherwise, we can't. Okay, so basic activities of strategic management: situational analysis. We need to be strategy formulation at different levels: operational level, functional level, business competitive, and corporate level. Corporate level is overall. Functional level is mean functional area like marketing strategies, HR strategies, finance strategies. All we need to be planning, we need to do. Strategies implementation and strategies evaluation. We need to be carry on evaluate. If you make something valuation, you must need to how much successful we are. Pros and cons. Always we need to be look around. Is it what we gain? In industry like in the food industry, 1 pound maybe people are generating 400% profit on it, but why we as a company generating less? Why our strategy is poor? Okay, strategic management is about the predicting of future. Yes, preparing for it and knowing what expect what steps really exactly you will take and implement the plan. So that is one of the crucial thing. We need to be think about how we can create the competitive advantage. We need to think about unique selling point. We think about the location of the company. We can look around the cost. We can look around the skill force, and we can think about the differentiation. So all we need to be focused, and then we can sustain. Otherwise, we can't sustain as a organization. So what we need to do, we need to continue the review. Okay, do we have a Nokia? Do we have a Nokia mobile? Still we using Nokia? Yes, we like Nokia. Good battery. What do you think? No anymore. Why not anymore? We're not using the Nokia because back in 1999, 2000, the CEO of the company closed many research and R&D center throughout the world to save the cost. Research and development. So if you close research and development, you don't have innovation. So when you don't have innovation, what will be happen? As a company, you can't, because the Apple wasn't old then Nokia, and Apple gained the market share than Nokia. So exactly is happening. We carry on creating competitive advantage, because competitive advantage you have now, it can't stay forever. So we need to be always think about how we can create. Okay, so we need to be look around the management, include the understanding about the position, organization, choices, managers in lies both internal, external environment, and then we need to be. So we should be well aware of what is the basic rate of interest, what is we have a tariffs. We need to be think about nature of the company depends. So we need to be broader view, prospective views. We need one reason why the organization don't simply rely on their finances, marketing, and operation functional area To create competitive advantage, the managers each area often view the things only from their own specific angle, because sometimes we say, oh, no, the boss is not doing the right thing, because that's why a lot of companies, one of Unilever, they have quite, divest, they number of brands, the 550 brands were, and they sold around 200 brands to the local investor, because sometimes it's difficult to sustain all. And then always we think globally, act locally, a local market, what the people desire. So other we have look around now, a lot of companies is using the method. It's called STAR method of interview. It's called STAR is stand for situation, task, action, and result, because this is called competencies based interview. Lot of people in HR, they move from the traditionally interview techniques to STAR method of interview. So if you want to learn about STAR, or you are applying the job, always good to be go on the YouTube, just find STAR method of interview. It's quite good to and familiar, because that will help you to prepare your interview. Okay, any question here, please? If you have, you can carry on asking. Yeah? You can chat in the chat box. Okay, strategic view, which we need to be look around the strategy facilitate the collaboration of the resources. If we don't have it, because we need three M's, we need always. Any organization, we need money. Financial resources, we need material, which is different asset, and we need manpower, yes, labor. So that's we need to be, these are three M's we required. So how effectively we use and coordinate, and that's is a crucial thing that will help to achieve our objective, and to create the competitive advantage, achieve the competitive advantage, to integrate all the functional area and company by facilitating communication between the managers at all levels. Okay, the planning benefit, of course, define the vision, mission, and the future goals. Improve the awareness, increase the manager's commitment, improve the coordination, better communication, reduce the resistance, strengthen the firm performance, and the company strategic management is more success can be. So limitation, the cost, we need to look around engaging the process substantially. The processes can be very complex, and success is not guaranteed always. So we need to be focused on the costing. What are the fixed costs? What are the variable costs? What are the semi-variable costs? We need to be look around 3 E's concept, which we'll go through following lessons as well. Effectiveness. What is the benchmark in the industry? Are we above than the benchmark? We are very economical. And if we are exceeding in our areas, we are very efficient. So when you compare the performance, always we're looking in time, in cost, and quality. Don't focus just time and cost. Time itself is a cost, and quality need to be, because that's a long term. If you just focus, you not handle the customer complaint, you can't really focus. Okay, theory of winning, our warning as well. We need to be think there are the many and the some time is the conflicting theories of the strategic management. The key theory that runs the throughout the modules are, we can say, exploiting strategies model, helicopter model it can be, which we'll go through for the lesson by Johnson and Scholl. So the key focus, you look your strategic position at the moment, you look environment, look the purpose, look the culture, and capabilities. Do we know what is the difference between capabilities and competencies? Sorry, I'm typing. Okay, capabilities and competencies. Do we know what is the difference between capabilities and competencies? Any thought? Is there any difference? So nowadays companies is more focused on the competencies. We discussed STAR method of interview is competencies. So in this strategies, like you pass your driving test, you're capable to drive, that's why you pass it. But few weeks we need to display newly passed driver plate, especially in the UK. So that is competency because we don't make the mistakes. So we can look around the position capabilities, our abilities, but the abilities are declining with the passage of time. We need to renovate them. We need to carry on. So strategy in action and the strategic choices we need to be fine. So that is this, the theory helicopter model which we can use it and we can focus. Okay, so the first part of this model is explore the ideas of strategic positions. We can look around, then the strategies in action, and then second is the strategy choices, then we put the implementation. Okay, so strategic analysis, environmental, resources, vision, objective, strategy development, we can look around options, and then strategies implementation. This is approach is called prospective approach. And then immigrant approach, which is more focus about two ways. It's not just you look the strategic analysis, but you have to look around before implementation. You need to be look around the people. That's why we maybe what the program is called undercover boss. Okay, so then 1.2 we have to look around critically and analyze the effect of the existing plan. What is the existing plan in the organization we have? What effect will be in the short and the long run? So we need to be do environmental analysis. We need to look around the financial analysis, like advertising. If we are spending money on advertising, advertising objective was can be remind, persuade, or inform. So if we are objective was to increase our sales by, and we need to be look around the strategies we implement, we are achieving our objective or not. Okay, situational analysis, tools for understanding the current situation. We can look around, review the old strategic plan, observation, missions, visions. Second, setting the goals. Always your SMART objective, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Always we need to be focus on what and not how. SWOT, always you conduct the SWOT analysis, your strengths, weaknesses as a company, and then you look the opportunities and threats. Those come from outside environment. Creating path, desired result, potential obstacle, whatever we have, we need to be tackled, and support you need whatever you need. Use the plan, 4-step, review the plan. Always we need to carry on reviewing because otherwise it's difficult to sustain, and time horizon pass. So in 5 years, in 3 years, in 10 years time, or where we want to see. And this is the video link which we can go through. Okay, then we can look around the Porter generic strategies. Michael, one of the great scholars, he gave the competitive strategies, which is strategic. We can focus on strategic business units, SBUs. Like if we look the Ford have Ford Fiesta, Ford Mondeo, Ford Focus. So each is a one unit. So we need to be set the plan or the strategy for each unit. So according to the Michael Porter, these gave the 4 types of strategies. Cost leadership. If your strategy is the cost leader, you want to be a leader in the market where your cost will be low. You're selling the things cheapest than all your competitors. That can be creating the competitive advantage for you as well. Then can be differentiation. Everything we are producing, like Apple, they have their own software, they have their own apps. So this is the differentiation. Our cost focus, maybe not every product is a lower in the market, but one product or two product or two model, that's a narrow. So that's a narrow target. We not whole in the market, but still you have some sort of narrow competitive advantage. Differentiation, maybe your color different, your design different, but not all the functionality different. So that's the narrow focus. So we can look around various companies, they are focused, like Ryanair is the leading in the cost leader. Tesco is little cost focused. Some have their own brands. So we can look around each company, and this Porter generic strategy that also help us. Okay, so when we look the cost leadership, we need to look around the lower input cost, economies of scale, experience, product design, and okay. Any question, please, if you have? Differentiation, we can look around the uniqueness. That's the key. Yes, so customer, we need to, key competitors, we need to, otherwise we can't. Then focus strategies, cost focus. We have a company called Iceland Food Differentiation Focus, ARM is one of company those make the computer chips which is normally used in the security scanner as well. That's based in Sheffield in UK. So one of the Japanese banks took over, and that's they they their strategy was focus on the differentiation. Stuck in the middle, don't be, you want to be cost leader and you want to be differentiation as well. According to the Michael Porter's, use one strategy, not two, maybe you stuck in the middle. Yes, no way. Okay, please check. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I hope so. Now is better. I don't know the reason, but let's please. If any question, you can carry on chatting as well. It's a recording. The recording will be available in case if you want to listen again. Yes. So combining generic strategies, we don't need to be stuck in the middle. Just stick with the one. Okay, then next, what is the environment? We discussed micro environment is external, which we'll conduct in more in detail in following lesson. Political environment, pestle analysis are pest. Political, we need to be focused on the political stability where we will go and where we want to expand our business, our strategic plan, economics environment, inflation rates, and various social environment we need to, and technological environment we need to be focused. And then we can, okay, the micro environment, internal environment, external environment. So that's we need to be focus. Environmental analysis we need to conduct regular, political, economic, social, and technological. And we have a case study here to read. We can look around the financial statements, annual reports, and we can analyze what is the happening about the Unilever. Their profit margin, is it increasing and decreasing? It's decreasing. We can think, we can go back to look around their strategies, and we can critically analyze, and will can do a bit of research on these. Okay, so when we're looking environmental analysis, all external, which is we discuss political, economic, social, and how these can impact on especially our chosen company, let's say Unilever. So that's all that was the focus today. We discuss about what are the element in the strategic plan. We discuss about the environmental analysis is best, SWOT, we can use it. Of course, you first step, you need to be make sure you have a mission, you have a values, you have a vision. So we not contradict, so our missions, our values, whatever will make the plan, and then we can look around the potent generic strategies we can. I want to be cost leader, cost focus, cost differentiation. Yes, so these are, focus generic strategy. Then we discuss about capabilities and competencies. We need to be focused how we can, and if we need to be carry on renovate, which is the following lesson we look various sort of capabilities and competencies for various organizations, and we'll use the more case study. Any question? I'm not sure. Can you hear? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, please. I think so. You maybe not enable your audio properly. Hello? All clear. Okay. Okay, guys, if you have a question, you can ask, and this recording will be available, and then we can go in the second lesson. We'll go through LO2, and the books will be available online on Moodle as well. So please, you can look around and read, what is meant by strategies, what is meant by strategic planning long term, and what is the management itself, So that's is key focus, and we discuss steps as well. Okay, that's all. And if you have a question, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll speak you during our next lesson and when we'll go through our LO2. Thanks for listening and attending, and I hope so speak you all during our next lesson. Thank you. Bye-bye.